Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and today we're going to be looking at Shower with Your Dad Simulator, 2015, the upgraded version. Do you still shower with your dad? So let's start with Enduro Dad, and then we'll try Dadathlon, and we'll see how many things I can play and unlock right now. As it is. Let's get to the settings just real quick. I adjusted the screen to full size. Nudity option? Yeah. Yes. Don't. Hell yeah. True? Yeah. Sadly, no. Spectacular puddles? Yeah, why not? And we'll leave the kid wobble at 10 degrees. So let's hop into Enduro Dad and play this. Did you get a haircut, Dad? Son, I got all of them cut. Terrible dad jokes. Alright. So, I guess showering is going to involve some nudity, and it's pixelated nudity, so I guess it's not going to be that big. Let's just start with Thomas and Magnum and ladder up. So this game is a joke game, pretty much. Oh, I was hitting the WASD, but you don't want to end up in the shower with the wrong dad. So, wrong dad, that broke my bonus of 3 dads. I got a bonus of 0.546 for the time I bet, too. So, it's simply a high-speed matching game using a ridiculous concept of showering with your dad, which I don't really have a lot of experience. I don't think I ever had any experience with such a thing, and I don't see why it would really happen that often. And the controls are a little weird too. They're a little too tight. I will also say the audio settings are non-existent in this, and so this is a new experiment for me as we're matching the kid with the dad in adjusting the audio outside of the actual program. I touched the wrong dad. So there we go, 15 dads, 18.785 score. New high score. So if I towel off and go back, that's Enduro Dad. And I think that was pretty much that, maybe Dadathlon here were the only 2 things in the first release of the game, where there's some more things that will either be added later, I guess maybe, or downloadable content, which I don't know. I don't know how much I'd really play this game. Something might happen to the illegally parked fraud. What, Dad? It got towed away. Every loading screen is going to be a silly dad joke. So now in the Dadathlon, you're gonna switch the kid that you're playing as, and you have to match the right dad that way. So, lather, scrub, let's go. This is totally a YouTube game designed to be funny, so YouTubers will put it on their thing. It's pretty basic otherwise, and joke style game that if you want to be in on the joke, if you really want it. I ran out of time. So we've unlocked our first unlock, extra soap. So let's keep playing. I think you probably are going to get maybe 20 minutes out of this, and that's probably not going to work too well. Soap double points, okay? When you run against the walls here, you get, it slows you down. Let's see. honestly, I don't like the responsiveness of this game. I mean, ignoring the dumb joke to it, I don't like the responsiveness of it. It's weird. It's too slow and not accurate. Son, what happens when a lumberjack doesn't know which tree to cut next? He gets stumped. So, now we're going to use the left and right on dad divisions here to grab the dad and press up to switch the kid and continue the same matching. And then use the mouse to actually click on them. So like this is a match, that's good, but I need the other kid for this one and this one, and then the other kid for this one, this one, this one, and only up works, which that's not right. Yeah, there's definitely something not working here well. Really, it isn't. It feels like I would have to furiously press on keys. It doesn't really feel like it's winding up to the speed. This seems pretty hard just at the start. And maybe it will get even more difficult later, but it's not starting off easy enough in my opinion. What happens when I grab the wrong dad as the wrong kid? I assume like that's what's gonna happen, so yeah, this just seems too much button presses. Too many button presses here. What's funny is this game really is one of these YouTube games that everybody was talking about for a few weeks. And in all honesty, it's just like, no, I don't want to really play with it. Let's see. Can we turn up the kid wobble? Sure, we'll turn up the kid wobble to 15 degrees. So, I used to have a shampoo addiction. Don't worry, son, I'm clean now. So we'll play as Johnny and Robin. So, is Robin, I guess Batman and Robin is a male name, but I don't know any other male people named Robin. I don't think many people would in America be totally okay with a bunch of dads showering together and a kid wandering around. They might put up with it in a public pool or something, but I don't know. This is certainly something that would probably happen in some other countries more often than in the United States. See, and I keep running into the wrong dad just because the wrong dad is in the way. Double points. This is really a stupid game. This is a really stupid goal. It doesn't feel, people have said that it was actually really well, like, smooth gameplay and such. I'm just not seeing any of that. Maybe I'll try with a controller. Notice I tripped on the here. Let's see. If I click ladder up, straight razors, looks cool, smooth shave, Harry. Let's see. So how do you use the straight razor as a item? It must just be another pickup item. It's a good thing that we are quickly. My favorite exercise is between a lunge and a crunch. It's called our lunge, son. Dads. Stupid jokes. Yeah. So like, Xbox 360 controller doesn't work at all. So no controller support. And so the only support is keyboard. And let's hit this razor. And now they're bald. And does that give you what? The game's broken. It's literally broken. He's gone. Wow. So it's a dumb game. It has like no real point. When you run up here, here you can get stuck a little bit. When you hit the wall, it slows you down. When you go down. Okay. What's this? So maybe there was a little bit more to this than I thought. It was broken at 666. And now we are in this area. Question mark, question mark, question mark, what to the F? What is this crap? You've done well. You have found us. You can outwit us. We will let you join us. Ninjas? Okay. The dad with the iron shell. Alright. That's a nice twist, and I'm glad we saw it pretty fast because I seriously was about 5 seconds away from just giving up on this whole game. Dad, where are the remote batteries? They ran out. I gave them away, son. Free of charge. So, well done, you have found us. So I have to match with the ninja, I guess. So. I'm hitting him. But I assume I'm trying to avoid the ninjas. You are not my son. So this must be just some avoidance strategy here. Must just have to avoid the ninjas. Yeah, it's, I guess, the right kind of take to go on a game like this is try to, since all the other gameplay is surrounded around the concept of hitting the dads, then this is the right way for it to go. Man, but it's just not smooth. I don't know how you would get it to be smooth. Controller support for me would probably be necessary. But even simple things as pressing left and right or up and down, left and up and all that on arrow keys is too much, really, for a game that you really want people to play. And see, that's what I find wrong with this, even though it's got this extra little joke in it. If you really were gonna do this right, it should be a smooth, playable game. and it just isn't. I don't play any games with a keyboard usually, and even when I do play games with a keyboard, as I keep trying here, it's usually almost always WASD, and the controls are way tighter. This seems like it was programmed just to sell out there. It's probably earned more money than it deserves. It's gotten it feels like too much coverage than it deserves. It certainly doesn't get into the deep philosophical thoughts of its subject matter because you really can't do that. I mean, you could have had this game called Find Your Dad and taken out the showering part and it would have been fine. But then that's not their intent. Their whole intent here is to just, took a shuriken to the face, is to just give us this ridiculous thing. So I guess because I've unlocked this section, I don't have anything more that I probably will unlock by beating this. It's, I think, an achievement, but I don't know if I'm even going to bother to try to get all the achievements here, because it would just take a lot of effort for something that I'm not really that interested in. Alright, so he's putting out the lamps when he throws the star. So I think I've figured out what the strategy here is, but it's going to be kind of difficult. And it's the ninja star that puts out the lights, not I almost got hit. Feels like you have to get pretty close. Wait, the things that are going off aren't the ones he's throwing, but that is some kind of timer that it's indicating. So if I can just manage not to get hit a little bit longer, I think I will have beaten this section. Will it continue after that, or is it just this is the boss fight? I guess I could try to be philosophical here, or mature of some sort, and say that there is definitely some anatomical standardization going on here that isn't true amongst all of the male gender, and these poor kids that are running around naked don't have any anatomical parts being depicted, so that's sending a strange message too. How long am I gonna try this? I guess I'll try it one more time, and then let's hop to another thing and take a little bit of a break. I feel like if I just manage to avoid getting hit long enough, and I'll beat it, and it doesn't feel like I'm that far from it. See, there's one. Almost got hit there. Alright, let's count off. We still have another thing to unlock, and then I think that loadable content is probably a joke. Let's just keep playing the data-thon. What's the worst thing about Robin Hood's house? What, Dad? The Little John, son. Ridiculous things. So if we get the razor blades, oh, they're bad. You don't want the razor blades. Notice all the kids have mustaches to match their hair. Let's see. So Richard and Lefty, Thomas and Magnum, Johnny and Robin. Robin has a mustache, I guess. Robin is a male, too. Here we go. So, this quickly unlocks the next thing, where we've unlocked the Matrix. This reminds me of Rez, a musical game that's really cool. I wish it was on Steam to play it. They're gonna come out with a remastered version, so maybe that will come out on PC, Steam. So now I'm doing something completely different. But it really goes to show just how little thought and care is put into the main game, that within like 4 or 5 playing of the 4 or 5 times of playing the main game, they've unlocked all the other sections. So now we have Inglorious Bath Dads. Looks like I made it just in time. Let's go rescue. Sorry. Let's go rescue Dad. So this is Flappy Bird. And you have to touch the dad that matches you. And you can't fall off the top. And Flappy Bird is another great example of a bad game. So that's one of 69 that we're trying to get. And like, oh, I can shoot too. So I think it would be best probably just to get the ones on top and shoot in the others that aren't your dad. Other dads is apparently its own score. But this isn't even fun enough to make me want to get 69. Then you see when you hit something, it drops a whole bunch of them, but it's not reducing those from your score. Doesn't feel like there's any, yeah, the shooting of this gun is a little higher than the actual place where you would hit the bathtub and it count. So there's actually a way where you can't shoot them at the top of the section. And it seems like there's no way to get your hearts back. I'm at 32 now. No timer. There seems to be like no time or anything that would refill your health. Yeah. But it is just Flappy Bird. That's all this game is. And it's not any more fun than the main game. This is just some very, very basic thoughts of games, concepts of games really, not full, complete, well-polished elements. And it has a dumb joke on it in an effort to convince people to buy it when they really shouldn't. There's no deep secret here. I heard Dad. I think you probably want to play with the African American dad always, because just on the palette color he's going to stand out to the eye more than anybody else. I don't think you're supposed to really shoot the other dad if you can avoid it. I think you better just let him fly back. Knows how I was shooting right there, and it still hit me. So, I mean, I don't know. You gotta kind of fall down and shoot. It would not make any sense to try to stay at the bottom there. That would require even more button presses for no real reason. 69 is way too many. If it was like 30 for the first round and then it built up, maybe. But yeah, there's definitely an increase of difficulty. Well, it's just too difficult at the beginning instead of slowly scaling it up. Have to take those hits, or you're just gonna take another hit some other way. They seem to have some bounce there. See, exactly what I was saying. So maybe I'll try this one more time if I don't get it this time, but maybe I'll just give up too. There's really nothing holding me to this game. This is weird. It is definitely weird. But we've had... The Datathlon seems to be the unlocking things. Bonus round, tip your hat. Okay. So there's a new bonus round. Alright. Wrong dad. Immediately out of the gate. I guess the music's alright. I can say that much. But pretty standard stuff here as far as the music. So I thought the right dad would always have a towel. So we've unlocked the rubber ducky. Stylish, extra safe, uncomfortable. What does it do? Seems like the razor blade hurts you in some way. It may full on take... I think in Datathlon it's just time. So, as long as you don't run out of time... I've seen other people play this game. I wonder if the game actually is set based on the screen resolution, and because I have this at full screen, I'm actually making it more difficult for myself versus somebody who would have a like lower resolution than 1080p, because it kind of feels like that might be it. I don't know. That's a real hard thing to figure out. But all I can say for certain is it definitely feels like there's just they're not moving very fast. They just don't feel like they're moving very fast. And let's see, we can turn the kid wobble. all the way down to 10 degrees where it was. We could turn off spectacular puddles. That's fine. Can't change the nudity. I guess we'll change it, but see what that does. If that does anything. Why didn't the skeleton cross the road? Because he had no guts left. Doesn't look like the nudity changed at all. To me, it's all here. I'm trying to unlock something here, but I don't think I can. If there is anything more, it's probably would require me to play a lot more, and I can already tell you that I'm not gonna play a lot more of this game. This is a shame. Let's see, because I've gone through like 2 games now recently where they've been really talked up, really celebrated. Craft beer slows time, not for children. Maybe with some more pickups, like the beer, that would eventually help. But I feel like we're getting these elements so fast that all the elements are going to be unlocked really fast, and we'll have seen everything that the game has to offer. And honestly, I think we've already seen everything the game has to offer. There's even when it tries to put a big spin on it, all it's doing is, oh wow, beer not for children. It slows time, but it certainly messes with you. You're basically drunk. So, like, the rubber duck ducky, it lowers the penalties, okay. It seems like I'm not really doing anything to get these unlocks, which is kinda nice, I guess, for a game that is this unimportant. And that's a really bad thing to say about a game, but it really is just totally unimportant, dumb joke. I'm not one of these YouTubers that just wants to play YouTube fodder and scream at the screen or something like that. I want actual good games, and this just doesn't qualify as an actual good game. Even in its very weak and not well thought out concept, it's not implemented well. It tries to be something bigger than it is. And I paid money for this game, and this seriously feels like it should be a free, like, Flash game on some website somewhere. Adoption paper, random new dad. Okay. So how is that gonna work? Beer, not for children. Actually like the slowing it down, even though it is a bit of an issue and not appropriate. I don't think they would get an ESRB rating. I don't think you can show children consuming alcohol and get an ESRB rating. You're adopted and everyone loves you. Okay. So, what did that mean, though? Because as soon as I touched those papers, I think I hit the wrong dad still. timer just runs out way too fast. Let's play a few more times. If you haven't figured out whether you like this game yet, I doubt there's anything good. You're adopted and everyone loves you, so I have to now go to the dad that's being pointed at. Okay. Is that the last of the pickups? Is the question. I would like to know in the comments, is this a thing in the United States at all, though, of showering with your dad still? Is it something that you experience maybe as an adult now that you did once or twice, or maybe did all the time? But also, I'd like to know, do little girls shower with their moms? I bet they don't. Every time I've been able to get a peek inside a public female shower, they're always independent, curtained off stalls. Seems like only the guys are expected to shower with strange other guys. So we got one more unlock. Let's see what that does. I don't know how far I should go with this, really. Yeah, I think you would get a adults only rating, if you could get rated at all, for showing children drinking. That's kind of weird. Yeah, you probably couldn't even get a movie rated these days showing children drinking. Maybe if you showed it as a terribly bad thing and in no way endorsed it, you might get away with it. And there was that pickup just as I ran out of time. Certainly, as let's see what the power tool does. We work hard to scrub hard, and that seems like that's just a bonus score. There is some places where kids smoke almost close to birth, but they're really impoverished nations that probably don't even know smoking is bad for them. And there are some older movies where kids too young would be shown smoking, usually bad kids or drinking. But things have changed a lot over the years, and I don't think you could get away with that. As far as video games where kids smoke to drunk, I can't think of any. Let me know in the comments again if you can think of any video game where kids smoke or drink underage. So that would be an interesting list. I bet there aren't that many. Last thing a video game maker would want to be. Alright, Halloween mask. Confusing, all dads are now your dad. Spooky. Okay, so the Michael Myers Halloween mask. Which... let's see. Yeah, this just feels like there's several pickups that give you more score. Alright. So we've got now a new wrong dad. We've got like a new location there, but it seems just like a random thing. It doesn't feel like you could pick that or set it in any of the settings. It would be nice if a game that was this short, small. So I hit the right dad and hit the adoption papers at the same time. Because I did that, all of a sudden it's not the right dad. So what does this do? Input codes Alright, so apparently there's some kind of code system you could do. Let's see. What can we do with a 6-character word? Let's try D-A-D-D-A-T. Let's see. S-H-O-W-E-R. And then you have these symbols, all that. Yeah, if there is any codes, it's not something you're supposed to just guess. So we have this still locked. Let's try Dad Division some more. I'm hungry, Dad. Hi, hungry, I'm Dad. Alright. It doesn't feel like there's a limit here. This one in particular feels like you just go forever. And if you just go forever and there's no perfect showing with the dad skill. October 25th, 2012. After the closing of major things, I decided to hit the showers. I was dirtier than a mayor and desperate needed to scrub things. And the shower was broken and only as it wasn't broken. I needed to get the hot water working again or find another way to water out. There we go. So we have Silpico. So we have a point and click adventure here. Hot water indicator. Let's see. Look at the hot water indicator. The indicator tells me the water's hot right now. The green light is broken. Mop and bucket. Alright. So we'll take the mop and bucket. We'll walk to the mop and bucket. And we'll take it. And we'll have it in the pocket. We have a gun and we have a lighter. Lighter. That don't look too safe. Stop and then hang it all. Walk to the graffiti. Look at the graffiti. Can't make out what it says, but it's something awful right here. So walk to the sign. This noise, this music is terrible. Look at sign. Caution wet floor. It's an empty drain. Walk to the shower. Use bucket on puddles. Use shower. Gun on shower. Don't move, I have a badge. Gun on mop. The only thing freezing in here is the water. Gun on hot water. I don't know why I brought the badge with me in the shower. Urinal. Look, ain't the local watering hole. Take urinal. Oh, I need just one, okay. Use that on the puddle. Use that on the towel. Let's go walk to the bucket, the mop, and take that. Maybe I got the bucket. Let's see. Use bucket with the water spurt. Bucket with the water spurt. Let's see. Look at water spurt. Cold water connected to the main line. egg stuck inside. Need something heavy to break it out. Let's go ahead and take the towel. So I've thought about doing some point-click adventure games like this, but unfortunately they don't usually have an annoying amount of music going on the whole time. So use this with the drain. What else is there? Traditional point-and-click adventure. You can't even walk with the arrow keys. Use towel. Drain. Use towel in the shower. Do we use towel with the mop? Let's push the mop. Walk to the mop and push it. Pull mop. Use mop. Talk to mop. Open mop. Open gun. How about if we use the towel on the water spout? Interesting. This is of course the problem with all point-and-click adventure games, is that you start trying to use items with other items. Push water spout. Take water spout. Not something I need right now. Close water spout. Push my water indicator. Push stop. Pull stop. Let's see, what if we did this on the graffiti? Much like the same water. Much like the Ninja Dad thing, it just doesn't feel like stuff right there is gone. It feels like you play this once, and that would be it. It's just not. Push hot water indicator, use hot water indicator, look at it. Right now the green light is broken. Open hot water indicator. Use this. Look at the shower. Steam valve. Looks like I'm after a new one. Is there anything else on this screen? Close shower. Open shower. Can't click on yourself. Close Is there a solution to this? It feels like there is, but... And look at the music, it just, like, comes right back up. Use this with the mop. Use this with the graffiti. I can't for the life of me figure it out. So that's Sopico, and if we come back here into it, I used to work out a lot, but I had to stop. Why is that? They put me in the fitness protection program. So, I mean, it's the same thing. Take your and take mop and bucket. I'll remember to put it back. Take mop, don't need that. Take towel, too far away. Take towel. I don't even have any pockets. Use the towel that's not on fire on the puddle. That's not even fire on the water spout. So, as we look here, use the towel on the drain. Nothing. So use this on this, doesn't work. Use this on this, or this, and it does work. That doesn't look too safe. Use this, now on this, or this. How about the mop? Maybe if you could start a fire. Use this on this, or this, no? Doesn't work on the sign, doesn't work on the water spout, doesn't work on the graffiti, doesn't work on the puddle, doesn't work on the hot water, doesn't work on the shower, doesn't work on the drain. Shower. Water spout. And this is where you really know you've gone too far in a point and click adventure game, and they haven't made a clear enough puzzle so that you know what your actions are going to turn into. There's nothing else in this area. I'll go up and down here. That on the puddle. That on the hot water. That on the shower. That on the drain. That on the side. That on the spout. That on the graffiti. That on the mop. That on the puddle. Shower, down the drain, down the side, down the water spout, down the graffiti, Pop. Puddle. Look at empty bucket. You can put all sorts of things here. A badge and a gun. Urinal cake stuck inside of it. You need some heavy. Pull that. Look at this. It's a fire at the shoe factory. Whatever. Well, he's not saying you can't do it, at least. So let's come over here and see if we can open the drain. No, he's just not doing it. So pull the drain, pull the shower, pull the hot water in together, push this, close. Drain. This. Take. Drain. Look at the drain. Empty drain. It doesn't feel like there's even a solution here. Close one spray. And there's nothing we can do to ourselves. Maybe there's something that you unlock. Here, let's try these. Here's a bonus round. Let's see if we can do it. Nowhere close. Well, I think we've been going probably long enough at this point. Almost an hour at this rate. So we'll play a little bit more, but that's going to be it for this game forever. Not worth getting. Not even as a gag. Not even having this as in your Steam library as a joke, or it's not worth it. This is a game that could easily be forgotten to history. There's nothing new here. It's a dumb joke, just designed to shock a little bit and get people's attention that they shouldn't actually be putting here. If the creator of this game came out with a different game that was an actual AAA title, this previous release does nothing to encourage me to actually want to play their next game. If anything, it completely discourages me because I see a game here that was put out cynically, a game that was put out with little effort and little concern, with little desire to be anything than a dumb joke in the first place. And it's just not even done well. I think the controls are not good. So I guess when you start throwing stars, you want to try and stay away, keep going. I will say there has to be a black bar thing that unlocks later. either that or everybody else has spent a lot of time and effort putting black bars over these tiny pixel genitalia. I think that is something that unlocks, or maybe I installed some DLC or something? I don't think I did. But it's just so dumb. I'm getting growingly more ashamed of the video game reviewing media that I'm following, and just in general, because they're getting way too interested and enthralled in these games that really don't deserve their attention. I'd really like to end this on defeating the ninja, but there's still 2 other things that I haven't done. This doesn't feel like a game I'd ever play again, not even in an attempt to get like all the achievements, which would probably be pretty easy if I could actually play the game well, but the gameplay loop here takes too much setup, and dying is too easy. Just as you can see, 1 hit kills you, and we have to watch the same setup screen over and over again. That's not how it should be. And I've had enough of it. Let's see, we'll do Dead Athlon. Why did the octopus defeat the shark? Don't, Dad. Because it was well armed. Just stupid, more stupid dad jokes. So, like, now that you're adopted, you get the arrow, and I think that gives you a better score, or a higher score. The arrow is actually kind of helpful, but as soon as the adopted ran off, you became the wrong dad. So, beer, not for children. They're too far away from each other. Let's see, and we're getting the slippery sign in here. Here's our Halloween thing where all the dads are my dad, so as long as this is going, I think you could, at this point, as long as you keep that going, you get a better score. Lower penalties is good. You have to actually run into the dad. But what does lower penalties mean? Doesn't really mean anything, because it seems like when I made that one mistake, I lose. It seems like every time you make one mistake, you probably are going to lose, because it takes so much of that really short time bar. And it doesn't feel like there's a way. So, new family, you now have 2 dads. Okay. And they can just keep on adding elements, I suppose, and I don't know how many elements are in this game. Let's see. Does that give us more points, or what? Even the slightest indecision, and you messed up. So if you have 2 dads, does that mean 2 out of the 3 are okay? So, yeah, it doesn't feel like getting that ducky upgrade is ever useful. What a dumb game. What a dumb game. Why was anybody talking about this game? It's a dumb joke. It's something you should... Somebody said, wouldn't it be funny if I did this? Or maybe make it in a game jam for 24 hours. But then you release it free. You don't sell it on Steam. And then come out with a version that has slightly more things in it, but still is a dumb, poorly performing game. whatever. I guess we're not gonna see the hearts. 3 sections of this game I can't really beat. Dad Divisions I'm not doing really good in. Dad Athlon I'm not very good in. Enduro Dad is the main thing, and I think that was probably the only element. So if the game is just this when it originally comes out, that they have added some things, but they're the most superficial, just silly things to add. Here. So now I have 2 dads, so as long as I get the heart, that's cool. Is it always the same 2 dads? I believe it is. So that's kind of nice. What would be considered a high score for this game? It's probably not a ton, because nobody realistically should be playing this for very long. Honestly, nobody realistically should be playing this, period. So there we go, we got a nice score, but that didn't unlock anything. It seems like the Dad Athlon is the only thing that would unlock more elements, and it doesn't seem like you get, well, you do get pickups in the indoor then. So, that's, do you shower with your dad simulator? Do you still shower with your dad? I wouldn't say get it, like I've been saying. It's not a good game. It's just a dumb joke. It's something where you'd make a picture of it and put it on Twitter. It's not something where you make a real game and charge money for. There's nothing here. I wouldn't want to play a matching game in this style anyway. Even if it was just, it had nothing to do with running around naked dads. I just wouldn't want to randomly have to run around and do that. And apparently nudity at some point gets, maybe you can turn it off. Let's see. We'll try nudity. Nudity. Or bars. Nope. So that didn't work either. So yeah, not a good game, not worth playing, and I do not know why so many people were talking it up like it was a good game or not. I mean, it's funny to show for the hour we've been looking at it, and it probably wasn't even that fun or funny to even show it that long, but that's it. I don't have anything more to say about this. This is dumb. It's just plain dumb. And not the fun kind of dumb either, really, because it's not fun. Anyways, that's it for this spotlight, I suppose. I thought maybe I would make a series out of this, but obviously not. So we've spotlighted Shower with Your Dad Simulator 2015. May they never come out with 2016 or any more upgrades. I think they need to put this to bed, have a long conversation and thought process about making an actual good game if they're going to, or getting out of the game industry completely. But don't try to do this. Nobody should do this. This is garbage. Anywho, that's it for this spotlight. As always, I ask you to like this video, share it with your friends, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. You can click that, make a donation. And also on my main YouTube page, which is where you get when you click on my name, Rydo, there is a playlist tab where you can see a playlist for every game I've covered. There's a lot better games and a lot of games there, so I'm sure you can find something you'd be interested in seeing. Finally, down below in the description box, I have links links to all my social media sites such as Facebook, Twitter, Google+. You can friend me also on Steam and Battle.net. Follow me on Tumblr, reblog me there, or however Tumblr works. So yes, follow and friend me on all of those things because that helps me with those services and it'll let you know when my next video comes out. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.